Hey everybody and welcome back. Hope your guys' Wednesday went pretty well. Alright, so jumping right into the news, it looks like every PlayStation VR game will support the DualShock 4 controller for the PlayStation 4. You guys remember the video I made a couple days ago, maybe it was last week, where it was the PlayStation VR, where I thought it was kind of funny, where it says, you'll need these, and then it just clearly stated it on the cover of the title, or like the cover. So, I guess this is what Sony had to say on the situation with this. And it's basically all PlayStation VR titles will support DualShock 4 controllers. However, some game experiences will be enhanced with the use of peripherals such as Move or the recently announced AIM controller. So that's pretty interesting. I can't wait to see how it's going to work. I mean, I don't know how good the AIM controller will work. It's not probably going to be good as the Vive or even the Oculus Touch. But it will probably still be better than nothing, instead of using just a straight controller. I have no idea what the AIM controller is. I've seen it, I just don't know what it's actually gonna do, if that makes any sense. So I guess, kind of like the Oculus, or even the Vive, I guess, possibly the Vive, I'm not sure, I didn't even test it out yet. But, you can use the controller if you want, but obviously you're not gonna get the greatest experience in VR. That's alright for some people, I guess, but personally for me, I like to be immersed in the world, so, I don't know, it all comes down to preference. So that's cool that every game is gonna be supporting the DualShock 4 controller, just so then people don't have to go out and have to buy the Move in order to play some games. So that's pretty cool on Sony's part, I guess. Alright, so you guys know, this is pretty much going to be just, a recap of some of the rumors for the PlayStation 4.5 and even price speculation. So, this is pretty cool, I thought. So I'm like, well, I might as well talk about it. I mean, I've talked about the PlayStation 4.5 or Neo, Project Neo, or codename Neo, not Project Neo, for a little bit now, and it's actually kind of interesting to me, how it's going to all play out. And it looks like, I guess the specs for it, for the Neo, will be a higher clock speed than the original PlayStation 4, an improved GPU, higher bandwidth on the memory. It says the Neo will have 8 Jaguar CPU cores running at 2.1 GHz rather than the 1.6 GHz on the PlayStation 4, an improved AMD GCN with 36 rather than 18 CUDA cores, or CUs running at the higher rate of 911 MHz over 800 MHz, and faster GDDR5 memory, 8 GB at 218 GB per second instead of 176 GB per second. They're not mind-blowing specs by any means, so I don't get honestly why they would release it, but then now they pretty much are forced to, because they need to start competing with the Xbox One and Project Scorpio. So I think that's the reason why the thing is still coming out, because the Scorpio, allegedly the specs are massively good, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the Scorpio. But I'm not talking about that in this video here, so we're just going to keep on talking about the PlayStation 4. And then basically there was a note from an anonymous lead designer. He says, there hasn't been a real outcry for more power apart from developers making VR stuff, and those are weighted more heavily at the moment. VR is the most exciting development in the industry right now, and if it's here to stay, then there will be a lot of demand for more powerful hardware. So he's pretty cool, or he's pretty honest with that. VR is the thing right now. People want VR in the homes, games developed for him, and he hit the nail on the head with that. Then they go on to say, or I said, I guess what I should say, they said, go to our room and check out the VR games and make up your own mind. That's for you and others to decide upon. We are completely confident that the lineup of 50 games, plus some of which were announced yesterday, which was serious in terms of heavyweight IP, that those games are going to provide the first-class VR experience. What we can say is that we have fertile ground at 40 million PlayStation 4s, all of which will run PlayStation VR. Now, there was an article that talked about it where this article points it out as well, but I'm not going to go into depth because I've already talked about it. Now, they released the PlayStation 4 at launch and said, yep, or not, they didn't say it at launch, but they said, yep, PlayStation VR will work for the launch PS4. That is true. However, it's not going to run nearly as good. It's going to run like shit. And it's just not going to be a good experience for anybody. So they're like, well, you don't need to get the new PlayStation 4 Neo, but if you want a really good experience, you're going to have to get it. That's freaking bullshit right there. You lied to everybody's face. Technically, they didn't lie. They stretched the truth a little bit further, and people that expect to play PlayStation VR titles on their launch PS4 with a good experience, it's not going to be very fun. It's going to probably be laggy, and they're just not going to care about it as much as they are with the Neo. But anyways, the price is looking to be at $399, and it's possibly the 1 terabyte. I'm not entirely sure. They didn't specify because that has not been announced as of yet. And it's just interesting to see, like, what is gonna go down with PlayStation VR. Like, I don't know. The Neo looks pretty good, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be, like, one of those things that's gonna just blow your mind. You might as, like, if you're gonna spend, I've talked about this multiple times. If you're gonna go spend $800 on both consoles because you don't want the launch one anymore, so you want to buy the new one. Now you want PlayStation VR, that's $1,200. Now you want games, plus you need the camera, plus you need the Move controllers. You might as well go build a PC for $1,500 and you'll be set for a while. I just got my 1070 in actually yesterday, put it in my PC. It barely fit, by the way. But I'm going to give that a whirl with my Vive, and it all came down to preference for me. I didn't need to buy it, but I wanted to. Now, yeah, the 1070 is expensive. The 970 is really good, so like that's a good starter card for anybody trying to get into gaming PCs. Beside the point, what I'm saying is you don't need to spend that much money on the PlayStation VR. Like, that is outrageous. I couldn't even see myself spending that much. Like, they're going to make you they're basically going to force you to try to buy the new PlayStation 4 Neo. It's a fucking bullshit is what it is, to be honest, guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the PlayStation 4 Neo down in the comments. I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. I mean, it's not like anything new news here, but I'm just kind of recapping. This article also did go on about the PlayStation 5, and I'll talk about the PlayStation 5 in another video. I have a lot of things I want to talk about with that, so we'll save that for another rainy day, shall we? Alright, moving on to the last piece of news. So it looks like Pokemon Go isn't a fad, is what people are saying. It's the beginning. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that, like, especially adults are like, wow, it's so hypocritical because they tell kids to go outside and walk around and get exercise and get off the video games. But now the Pokemon Go released, you're going outside and you're walking around, you're getting exercise. Like, yeah, you're still on your phone, but at least you're outside and doing stuff. Anyways, so adults don't understand the concept of this game. And I'm an adult. I'm talking like I'm 14 years old. I should say older people, older generations don't understand this game at all. It's a very simple concept. They're like, wow, what is Pokemon? I never got into it. I don't understand why these kids are playing this stupid game. And even people like around my age, around 20, 25 years old, it's just not, they're like downplaying it like, yeah, I hate Pokemon Go, it's stupid. Like, no, just have fun. It's a game. And yeah, this game will definitely not be a fad. It's probably going to stick around for a very long time. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Actually, I just caught a Pokemon today. Yesterday, I should say. Jeez, I have my days all screwed up. Yesterday, I was just chilling at Taco Bell, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just bring up the thinger. I was eating inside. I'm like, you know what? Let's bring up the little app thinger, see what I can catch. Call the Vulpix, whatever the crap it is. It turns into Ninetales, I believe, and let's see, after it evolves. Holy cow, guys. Yeah, so Pokemon Go, I think, is going to be one of those great apps that we're going to have available to us at all times. Like, I don't think this app is going to go anywhere anytime soon. That's what I'm pretty much trying to get at, and I'm glad it, like, took off in a big, big way. What do you guys think of Pokemon Go? I mean, I'm sold. I love the game, and it's not like they really force, yeah, it's a free-to-play game, but they really don't force anything upon you. Like, they don't say, like, yep, you gotta buy these Pokeballs, you have to buy 10 Pokeballs for $1, and then whatever, so on and so forth. They kind of just, like, you can go visit the Pokestop if you want, and we'll give you Pokeballs for free every, like, couple minutes or whatever. Pretty cool stuff. I'm a pretty big fan. And as of this video, it has 10 million plus downloads on Android. I'm not sure how many are on iOS, but I'm sure it's probably close to that number as well. So, like, make an estimate here, 20 million downloads in the first, like, not even a week it's been out. Jeez. Pokemon is killing it, or I should say Nintendo. Very, very cool game. I love the concept, and I love just playing the game. It brings back so many memories. Like, I still have my 3DS with Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. And what's the other one called? Pokemon X. Very good games. I really have a lot of fun with those, but this brings it to a whole new level, and I'm so glad this is a very innovative game. Like, Pokemon are living around in your villages or towns or cities or whatever have you. Very, very cool. I love it. I love it, guys. What do you guys think of Pokemon Go, though? I want to hear you guys' opinions down in the comments. Do you guys agree with, like, augmented reality implemented, or using the cities and locations, or whatever have you? Let me know down in the comments, and I will try to reply to you guys as I can. Now, make sure to like this video, guys. Comment, Like this video, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. And I totally screwed up the ending there. I'm very sorry. But I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Have a good one.